Do you think it is worthy not to return, not to vote these leaders to go back to parliament?
Yeah, on my side, I stand with 2 legs to affirm the motion, because like these leaders, if they don't deliver their promises, what more knowledge do you have about them? Like if they can't, for the first time, they have no evidence to show us again that they can't do it for us again, because at first they failed to do it for us, meaning they can't do it for us again.
That these leaders are self-centered to the level that we see today in parliament. Leaders, instead of asking for a hospital that would be able to help their people in their various communities, these leaders instead be asking for things like presidential cars. Such if a leader is driving a car worth 600 million and in his own constituency there is even no hospital that will not even be able to help the people, and on top of it I see these leaders being people who are very lazy, because you can't be in parliament for 5 years, that's in one term, and each year has a financial budget that will be able to help these people to develop actually. And then on top of it, the implication of what these leaders promise and they fail to do it is very great. Let's take for example, these leaders have promised us a hospital. On top of it, after maybe let's not put a hospital first, let's go for a school. The children who have been promised a school won't be able to go to school. Let's say it being a girl child, and of which we know girls are very delicate people. We see them being gold. And on top of it, if a girl drops out of school, we shall have a girl maybe being either early married or she will have early pregnancy. And then when that girl gets that early pregnancy, she will be able to produce children, if not in a miserable kind of state, they will grow up in suffering, and hence the economy of our country will be very low because of such things. So I would say that, and I would strongly support that these leaders should not be re-elected.
From wherever you are watching us from, it's a beautiful episode, and today I am at Jores High School together with the students of Jores High School. This is a debate class. A group of students who are in the debating class, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so recently these students had a debate, and the motion was so interesting, and the motion was this house believes that leaders who do not fulfill their promises should not be re-elected. And as we are heading towards the political zone, actually we are in a political zone, we are just having maybe a few months, rather a few weeks, where we shall be going to cast our votes for the leaders that we prefer taking back to parliament. So we shall be having the same discussion here, and I believe you will be enjoying it right outside there. My name is Nathan Yagu. We left home to change home. In the house, I am joined with a number of students, and I'm excited. But first, let me allow a few of them to introduce themselves. Mister, how are you?
I'm fine. Okay, my name is Elau Daniel. I'm Senior 4.
Senior 4. All right, on my right.
My name is Ms. Regina Gloria. My name is Ms. Regina Gloria, Senior 4.
Senior 4. Okay, I also have the teacher, the teacher who is in charge of the debate class. Let me give him a chance to introduce himself.
Joseph Ochen is my name, and I'm the patron of this club. I have very interesting students, and I always believe in them. Thank you.
And what have other students joined us here as who are also in the debating class? Let me just allow them to mention their names.
Hi, my name is Alaso Dorin from 3A.
Hello, Anita Dasha from 3B.
To everyone out there, my name is Ome Manuel Austin, Senior 2B.
My name is Oedis Hajarabi Mohammed, Senior 3A. Hello, my name is Adong Joy, Senior 3A.
I'm known by the name Apioka Silda, Senior 3A.
Hey everyone, my name is Achenkero Lakezi from 3D.
Okay, back to the real business now. You guys had that motion. It was one interesting one that kept the audience clapping, especially at that moment when you guys were announced winners. Let's just go briefly. Let's just use about 6 minutes. Let's just have it within 6 minutes. Then we move into other business. You guys brought out that motion well, and you guys were in support of it?
Yeah.
You guys were in support of it?
Yes.
Could you just why were you guys in support of it? Why do you think these leaders should not be voted back?
Well, alright, as the debate rules go, it's not that we chose to be the opposers, we chose to be the affirmers, but we always do what you call choose which side you belong to. Either as they drop the papers, the patron represents, and then he chooses which side you are going to. But anyways, we're so proud we chose the right side, and that was the affirmatives. And according to the way he introduced that we are in the current voting of our leaders, upcoming ones. So during the motion and the debate, we had very interesting points and views to support our case, and that led us to win the debate.
Yes.
And with our belief that they are incompetent, it gave us a stand to give them a no, that we don't need these leaders who do not fulfill their promises. Yeah.
All right, and then what came over your mind? Do you think it is right for those leaders not to be voted back?
These leaders are not supposed to be voted back because once they give a promise and it becomes empty, we have a lot of the consequences that the public will feel the impact of. Take for example, it's already here. They promise about establishing this economic things, the things that bring us the economic gain.
Yes.
But find that the failures have created a lot of the idle minds, whereby those ones who are unemployed tend to gang up and start like operating these work things, and find that they distort the peace of the people living in the community. So by us re-electing those people, it will find that we are encouraging it. So if we at least change not to re-elect these leaders, the next ones shall desist from the theme and we shall have a very good social environment.
And I believe you outside there who is following this discussion inside here, it is little interesting looking at the period where we are in at the moment. So I believe you outside there, you have your own judgment about this topic. Let me just give a random opportunity to you. What do you think about that kind of emotion? Do you think it is worthy not to return, not to vote these leaders to go back to parliament?
Yeah, on my side, I stand with 2 legs to affirm the motion, because like these leaders, if they don't deliver their promises, what more knowledge do you have about them? Like if they can't, for the first time, they have no evidence to show us again that they can't do it for us again, because at first they failed to do it for us, meaning they can't do it for us again.
That's what you have in mind. All right, how about your colleague there? How about you? What do you think? Oh, you're still brainstorming. All right, how about you?
Actually, to me, this leader should be re-elected, because actually, to me, I see it in this kind of version whereby actually I see it being that these leaders are self-centered to the level that we see today in parliament. Leaders, instead of asking for a hospital that will be able to help their people in their various communities, these leaders instead be asking for things like presidential cars. If a leader is driving a car worth 600 million and in his own constituency there is even no hospital that will not even be able to help the people, and on top of it, I see these leaders being people who are very lazy, because you can't be in parliament for 5 years, that's in one term, and each year has a financial budget that will be able to help these people to develop actually. And then on top of it, the implication of what these leaders promise and they fail to do it is very great. Let's take for example, these leaders have promised us a hospital. On top of it, after maybe let's not put a hospital first, let's go for a school. The children who have been promised a school won't be able to go to school. Let's say it being a girl child, and of which we know girls are very delicate people. We see them being gold. And on top of it, if a girl drops out of school, we shall have a girl maybe being either early married or she'll have early pregnancy. And then when that girl gets that early pregnancy, she will be able to produce children, if not in a miserable kind of state, they will grow up in suffering, and hence the economy of our country will be very low because of such things. So I would say that, and I would strongly support that these leaders should not be re-elected. Thank you.
So I am actually together with leaders of tomorrow. I'm together with the ministers, I'm together with the MPs, I'm together with the LOC5s. So I am surrounded by the leaders here. Let me still give a chance to a few other colleagues here. What do you have to say about that motion? Do you support these leaders not being voted back, or do you think they should be voted back? What do you suggest?
Actually, I strongly affirm the motion, because as for me, we can't re-elect leaders who do not fulfill their promises. If you don't fulfill your promises, means you've broken our trust, and we cannot re-elect you back. If you promise us you're going to construct for us roads, and in the meantime you don't, means you've broken the trust. We cannot re-elect you. That's my opinion. Thank you.
How about you?
Okay, well, as in for my side, I also support the motion that states that leaders who do not fulfill their promises should not be re-elected, and indeed they should not be re-elected. Why? Because these leaders at times, like for example, the members of parliament from those villages, when they are elected and don't fulfill their promises, like for example, maybe bring development in a village like that, those leaders at times they just bring issues of nepotism, supporting their, like favoring their relatives, giving development only to their relatives. That's why I strongly affirm the motion that they should not be re-elected. Thank you.
I see that sister of mine smiling. Do you have a point? Would you want to mention something?
Yeah, actually, these leaders should not be re-elected. They should not really go. Yeah.
That is all you want to say? Alright guys, back to the house here. It is becoming interesting and we still have beautiful ideas. You need to give a point. I see she's also over smiling there. That point should come out.
For my case, just like others said, okay, we affirm the motion because like these leaders, they should not be re-elected because there is nothing they do. If they have not fulfilled their promises, why should we vote them again? We now believe that since they have not fulfilled their promises, they can't do it again for us because we are really heartbroken. We can't support them anymore. That's all. Thank you.
It is such a beautiful motion and I'm already enjoying it. Already looking at my leader down in the village out there, the one who had been promising us a lot of things. Definitely after this, he should be able to watch and possibly tell us why we should take him back, because he promised us a number of things and definitely we may not have to send him back. And I guess my advice to the leaders outside there, when you're campaigning, kindly don't promise too much of what you can't fulfill. Yeah, promise us something friendly that we believe you're going to give us. Don't come and promise us you're going to maybe buy us aeroplanes and the rest, something that we all know you cannot do. Then we vote you, then you struggle. You have something to add?
Okay. Once these leaders promise and they fail to fulfill,
yes,
find that the people that they are leading now are seeing what they are doing and they are gaining experience from their leadership. So the future aspirants will also follow the same, and by so doing we shall have a toxic political environment whereby the public will rise up after the dissatisfaction of their well-being and welfare, finding that the government will have terrorism activities and the peace shall be normal, and yet everybody enjoys peace. Who among us who doesn't want to be free? If you don't want to be free, then re-elect such leaders. But if you want a freedom that we enjoy, then make a right choice.
Wow. I feel I am seated in parliament. This is interesting. Okay, I want to give chance to the patron of the debate club of Jores High School to mention something more about the club. You've been moving with the students, they have been debating and they have been performing so great. What do you have to say about it?
You see, in life, it is about commitment.
Yes.
When you put commitment into work, then you're most likely to achieve everything. I want to thank these young brains here. Sometimes they do their practice and we debate on several motions. Yes. And I would also want to take this very opportunity to thank my school management, right from the board of directors and the administrators, our head teacher and our deputy one have been so much instrumental, and they have actually taken the club with all their hands, and they always support us whenever we go out there. These students are supported in terms of their meals. We are given a van to transport them, and they are really motivated. So when they go out there and share out their views, they do it enthusiastically, and so it makes everything very, very okay for us. These people are very committed, and I see and I'm very convinced that after a short time they are going to be leaders of tomorrow. You can see the ideas that they are bringing out, and I know because of time I don't want to spend much time. Thank you very much.
All right, that has been the patron of the debate club of Jores High School, and I believe you've been enjoying the conversation from the time we started. Nevertheless, there's always a say that even the best DJ leaves the stage, right?
Yes.
Definitely, we shall be leaving this conversation here, but next time we shall be coming back with a different topic again, because there are a number of ideas that we need to discuss and share with the members of the public right outside there. It's been great having you guys from the time we started this conversation until this moment when we come to the end of this conversation. My name is Nathan Yagu. We left home to change your mind. I appreciate my guy behind the production, Mr. Emma. Thank you so much for always being there. It's been so great moving with you, and we catch up again. Make sure you follow us on all our different social media platforms.